What's up? Get into the beat. Because she's really painted in this video. Like, I really did that right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, hey, whatever. How are you guys doing? Okay, it's me, ToneClassic. Welcome back to my channel. Look at these eyebrows today. We tried a different eyebrow shape, okay? We were just feeling like more of like a circular situation, like more of like a round. Ew. I took a poll on Instagram and I was like, what are you guys interested in? What you guys were seeing? People were seeing story times. And I've had this story time for a minute, but I just haven't told it because, like, I don't know. I've been going back and forth myself, like, is this appropriate, But I've decided that I do feel like it's appropriate, and the story time is about cheating and infidelity. I always tell my story times because they're, one, funny, and two, because usually I feel like there's a lesson to be learned. There definitely was a lesson learned on my part, so let's get to it.
Almost made you love me, almost made you cry, almost made you happy, babe. Didn't I? You almost had me thinking.
Because so basically I had this friend named Dion, right? Dion went to my school or whatever, we was real cool, and Dion was dating this dude named Chris. Now, Chris and Dion had a very like tumultuous relationship. Basically, she knew of and was aware several times that he had cheated on her. Like, I don't know if she knew that he had cheated, or if she just had found evidence, like clues hinting. We knew, like everybody knew, like, yeah, he's wildin', okay? She was at school, he was living in a whole different state, like a big city. And you know that kind of like, that vibe when like, it's a relationship and the dude is like living somewhere else and the girl is like back in college, and you know, or the dude is in college and the girl is like back at home in high school. You know how that kind of relationship goes. Like, dudes be wildin', okay? Period. Like, we know that. You know, they were talking or whatever, and all the instances before where she speculated or thought he was cheating, I don't know if she just never had hardcore evidence or what, but it just never, it was never used as a point of like, we're done, like breaking up. It was just always kind of swept under the rug. You guys know I have a story time about being cheated on, and it is not a good feeling, number one. And for me personally, it's not something that I stick around after. If that happens, I'm gone. Like, if I'm not, you know, it's just not, it's not my thing. That's just not one of the things I'm willing to like work through, get through. Like, nah, sorry, peace, bye. Like, I'm on the next thing smoking out of here. Like, it's not my tea. So when it comes to my friends and giving friends advice, I've learned a lot because I've had a lot of friends. And I've learned that when it comes to friends who are in relationships, you can give them advice, but at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. And I don't like to be in people's relationships. I feel like I've had a lot of friendships where situations come about that don't need to come about because you came to me asking me for advice on your relationship. And now I feel like I'm tied up and mixed in this when this really has nothing to do with me, and you need to figure out how to handle your man. I drew back in on giving relationship advice to friends unless they're like my close friends, unless like, you know, you're coming to seek out this advice and I know that you're going to genuinely listen to what I have to say and implement it for your, you know, well-being. Senior year in college, right? It's approaching graduation, and if you graduated from college or maybe even high school, like, you know, that's like that last weekend before graduation where like everybody's going out for the last time, and you know, every college has like the typical college bar, and everybody's at the bar, and you know, you're having those conversations with people that you don't know if you're ever going to see again, and it's a very like emotional thing, and everybody is there. Like, that's the biggest thing, everybody is there. Chris graduated from Dion's school and then moved to a different place, so he is a few years older than she is. Long story short, they know the same people because they went to the same school, period. It's the day before graduation, and I'm at the bar. Everybody's at the bar. Everybody's like having a great time. You know, the drinks is going. They got like $2 wells. Like, it's a great time. And I see Chris walk in the bar. Now, because I knew Chris before he started dating Dion. We were never friends, but I did know him. And I feel like what you do with Dion has nothing to do with me. So if you cheating on her, whatever, and she's okay with it, then I am, or whatever y'all got going on, like, I'm not gonna hold a grudge against you. Like, if you come in the club and you want to dap me up and say, what's up, Tone, like, I'm gonna dap you up and say what's up back and going around business. Like, I'm not gonna act stank because you've always been respectful to me. So that's what I'm gonna go off of when I'm interacting with you. You know, he's in the club doing his thing. I'm not really keeping tabs on him because I'm just busy enjoying my own night, but he was wilding. And, you know, the night ends, whatever the case may be, and I end up speaking to a friend. I have a friend named Mariah. Mariah and I are FaceTiming like the next morning, I think it was. And she's like, yo, do you know Chris? I'm like, yeah, I know Chris. She's like, Chris. I'm like, yeah, Chris. Like, Dion's Chris. She's like, Dion's Chris. She was like, they don't still go together. They don't go together no more. I said, no, I'm pretty sure that they do. She was like, no, they don't, because we were making out last night at the bar. Oh, okay. She was like, I couldn't tell they was talking because the way he was all up on me, you know, about my milkshake at my yard, like whatever Chris does in terms of like cheating on whatever has nothing to do with me. But it put me in an awkward situation because now you're messing around on my friend with my friend. So it's like really weird now because now this is like I have been inserted in this, and the following week I have a barbecue and Dion comes to the barbecue. I didn't have any intention on bringing the situation up because I just felt like, you know, he'd be wilding. He's been wilding before, and I just feel like it doesn't need to be talked about. Like, it's not the time or place. Like, and I don't want to be a part of this. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to. So I'm at the party. I'm sitting down, chilling or whatever, and another friend of mine named Tiffany comes up to me. Tiffany is like a piece of like a different puzzle from a different, like she's like an alternate character, okay? So we have Mariah, we have Dion, we have Chris, Dion's boyfriend, and we have Tiffany now. Tiffany comes to me and basically is like, yo, like, does Dion still talk to Chris? I'm like, yeah. She basically tell me that she saw him with two other chicks at the bar that same night, getting their numbers and touching and doing some other inappropriate things. I think the wildest part about the whole situation is the fact that, like, okay, you want to cheat on your shorty, you gonna cheat on your shorty, but you're entertaining other girls that know her at her school. I will go ahead and say that Dion did frequent this bar. Like, she came to this bar often. Everybody did. It was like the bar that everybody goes to, and so it just was like, wow, it's like, you bold, you feel me? Tiffany comes to me and tells me this, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, girl, like, he was messing with Mariah too, and she's like, oh my God, and we're like having this moment, oh my God, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Dion is like over here somewhere, like 10 feet away, and she's like, hey, like, what are you guys talking about, or something like that. I don't think she heard us, but she was just like, come be social. I walk over to the table and I'm like, hey girl, it's really hard for me to lie. Like, it's hard for me to just like lie to people's face about stuff, and like I just feel awkward, and I'm just awkward. So when she was like, what's up, how you been? I was like, I've been good. Like, I've been great. I didn't know what to, like, she's suspicious already. And then she asked me, did you go to the bar last weekend? I'm like, yeah, I went to the bar. She's like, did you have fun? I was like, yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. She's like, did you see Chris? How do I answer that? Like, first of all, why are you even asking me that? You must have had an inclination that something went on. But I was like, yeah. I saw him. She was like, what was he doing? Again, like, why are you asking me that? And because of the information that I knew, when she was asking me those questions, I was not prepared. Like, because I just was not ready. So my answers was off. My eyes were like all over the place. Like, my body language was weird. She could tell that something was up. I told her, I was like, well, I did see him. You know, he was there. After I said that, she was like, he was there doing what? Dion had her friend with her at my party as well, at my barbecue as well. They're both looking at me like, what? I told her, I said, Chris was making out with Mariah. He was making out with Mariah. He also gave his number to such and such, and he also was touching and filling up on and rubbing up on such and such as well. I felt like I had to tell her in that moment because I kept thinking about if it was the other way around and you were my best friend, you were my friend, and you knew that my man, first of all, I would not even be in the situation because, period, okay? But if for some reason if it was the other way around and you knew that my significant other was out here wilding, embarrassing me, and you didn't tell me, it would affect our friendship. It would cause a very big issue. Now that I'm being posed the question of, was I there, and what do I know if something happened? If I were to not say yes and tell you what happened, now I would be lying. Before it was kind of like I'm just withholding the information, but now I would actually be lying. So I told her what happened. I also gave her the instructions. Do not go back to him and be like, Tone told me da 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 and da 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 da, because that's going to create an issue between me and him. That's going to be a very weird dynamic. I don't have an issue with him. I just have an issue with what he did and how that affects you, and I don't want to be a part of this. I didn't even want to like, I don't even like that. I don't even like, I just, what does she do? She goes back to him and says, Tone told me that you were cheating on me and that you kissed this girl and gave your number to this girl and touched this girl. She literally goes back and does exactly what I told her not to do, which escalates the situation. And y'all know what this, y'all know what he did? Y'all know what Chris did? Chris looked her in her face and said, he's lying. That never happened. A few weeks go by. She's a little weird, like the conversation is a little different. She's a little silent. I don't really know the vibes. I don't really know what's going on. We hung out one day and I asked her, I said, yo, how you been? You know, what's up? Like, did you guys ever talk about that? Blah, 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 blah. At that point, she tells me that she did go back to him. She did tell him exactly what I told her not to tell him. And he told her that it was a lie, that I was lying, that never happened, that I and Mariah were both lying, that never happened. Some more time went by. Into the summer, she ended up having not a cookout, but like a business launch party. And I went to the business launch party, whatever, to support her. I got there a little late, girl, period. Guys, you know, fashionably late. I don't know if she was irritated that I got there. I don't know what it was, but what I do know is when I got there, Chris was there. He was not very happy to see me. Like, he was pissed. Like, his whole vibe was like angry. Like, I could feel the heat coming off his body. I could feel the tension, because I'm a big man. Okay, you guys know I'm big, like tall. He's kind of big, and it's just like these two big dudes like in this small space, and it's just you could just feel the tension, like the masculine energy, like this. And I already knew what it was, because he's thinking like, you're messy, you're over here filling my girlfriend's head with blah 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 blah. You're messy, you're butting in our relationship, blah blah blah. Which I was not trying to do, because like I said, I don't like doing that. Like, I don't like getting in people's business. But I just kept thinking, like, if this was me and you were my friend, I would expect you to tell me. And if you didn't, if you lied to me, after I asked you, then we would have a problem. It's crazy, because I ended up still losing that friend. We are no longer friends, because that day, the whole vibe was off, and I realized that day, you're choosing whatever y'all got going on over yourself, number one, and over your friends, who ultimately just want the best for you. So that is how that story went. I don't know if they're still dating or not. I don't know. I don't keep tabs. I unfollow everybody on Instagram, girl. Once the ties end, girl, I'm bye. Like, I don't know you, never heard of you. And the lesson that has been learned is ToneClassic is not butting in anybody's relationship. Don't ask me unless it's from y'all, my subscribers, like anonymously, I'm giving you like general advice. Girl, don't come to me asking me for what you should do with your man and don't know, because you really know. You know what you should do, and you're ultimately gonna do what you want to do. I know me, and I know I'm not about to be sitting around getting cheated on by somebody and sticking around and no. That's no. I feel like I could have lost my friend if I didn't tell her, and I could have lost my friend if I did, because she easily could have believed what he said of me, making me a liar, making me feel uncomfortable, like, damn, so you think I'm lying? And please let me know what you think in the comments about this story. I'm interested to know if you guys have been in a similar situation, because I feel like this is a scenario that could happen to anybody, honestly. So let me know what you think in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button for me, please, and turn on the notification bell, okay? Follow me on Instagram at ToneClassic, and check out my fashion lifestyle blog at www.toneclassic.org. You guys know YouTube is not easy, okay? It takes time, and I appreciate and love every single one of you. I do not mean that loosely, okay? So thank you again, and I will see you all in the next video.